Hello guys, and welcome to your pick a card reading. This is the Enchanted one. Today I have got 6 different options for you guys, and these are all different pendants that I have made myself. And again, they're not on my shop yet. But once I have everything posted to my shop, you can expect these up there and items like these up there as well. Today I have got a lot of rings on. I've got a lot of crystals just because I felt like the energy was right to put them all on. And sometimes I feel like too many crystals can be overwhelming. But today, I don't know, I feel like it felt right. Anyways, so a lot of you guys might be feeling like that as well. You may be feeling like, you can conquer the world. So we've got option number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And actually, I'm going to rearrange these. I don't want them to be in that order. I want them to go like this. We'll do this. Okay, this is how I want them to be arranged. Alright, so option number 1. We have got this Crystal Goddess pendant. And this is a Mookaite crystal, by the way, down here. Option number 2, we have got the blue Calcite Crystal Goddess pendant. Option number 3, another Mookaite Crystal Goddess pendant. And then number 4, we have got the rose quartz. This is actually a dragonfly shaped rose quartz Crystal Goddess pendant. Number 5, we have got another Mookaite Crystal Goddess pendant. Number 6, blue Calcite Crystal Goddess pendant. And these two feel more like alien-y energy, more ET energy to me. Okay. All right. Okay, so go ahead and make your selection, and the timestamps will be down below in the description box. All right, guys? And just a reminder, if you would like to book a personal reading with me to get more in-depth details for you specifically pertaining to your specific situations in life, then you can go book a reading at www.theenchantedone.com. You guys have an enchanted day. Alright, so those of you that chose number 1, this Mookaite Crystal Goddess pendant, if it'll zoom in, let's see if it'll focus in. Okay, this is your pendant. I'm going to put I guess I'll put right here for now. I'll see if I have to move her. Okay, let's see. What is your divine guidance right now at this point in your life? What is your divine guidance? I'm going to go ahead and start off with my deck. This is the Enchanted Oracle deck that I published, in case you guys were not aware. And I know some people have been asking when I'm going to have this back on my shop. Again, I will try to have it up as soon as possible. So we have a lot of cards that fell out here. 3 cards, and I wanted to pull only 1, but we're going to go ahead and take them. So let me keep these face down for now. And this is the Fairy Tarot cards, which I love this deck. I love every deck I have, to be honest. And actually, I do feel compelled to pull 2 from there. And this is Tarot of the Spirit, which is another one of my favorite tarot decks. I'm feeling something with the throat chakra right away. Something with the throat chakra, a little bit in the heart chakra as well, like some sort of blockage. or something that needs to be cleared out from the throat and heart chakra. Right away, I just feel that. Okay, so let's start off with these cards, and if we need to pull more, we will. So, you have a colorful life. Wow. Celebration. So there's a huge shift that you guys are going through right now within your life. Major changes that are occurring for you right now, and they're really positive. Right away, I feel that right away. And then you've got the Shine card. And then you've got 9 of Autumn. Reward yourself for all your hard work, being happily and successfully self-employed, cherishing your time alone. So the 9 of Autumn is essentially the 9 of Pentacles. And then you have the 8 of Winter. You have what it takes if only you believe in yourself, thinking that you're powerless when you're not. A lack of self-confidence that keeps you from getting what you want. The 8 of Winter. I feel this energy is coming to an end. The 8 of Winter, and maybe actually, and it's funny because it's blue, which is associated with the throat chakra. And then the 9 of Autumn is green and associated with the heart chakra. So I feel that there is this blockage in expressing and communicating yourself the way you feel that you are within. It's almost like it's hard for you to express yourself and be true to you in certain situations you may find yourself in. For some of you, it's nerves. You get nerves or anxiety that suddenly comes up out of nowhere, or maybe it is something you battle with on a regular basis. But it's going to change. It's not going to be here much longer. This lack of confidence that some of you guys are struggling with. For others of you, again, it's merely just a communication issue, or just sometimes you feel like you don't get your point across in the way that you would like, or sometimes you feel that you don't present yourself in the way that you know you can. Sometimes it's almost like you sometimes feel like you don't show up the most confident version of yourself. It's almost like you have such a strong confidence within you that's building, that you have worked to obtain, and sometimes you feel like you still aren't able to express that or show that to the world, and so that may frustrate some of you guys here. But again, I see that chapter is coming to an end. I feel that you will be exuding a strong confidence here, especially with the initiation by fire, number 22, entering in that balanced master energy. And then we have the Father of Water and the Emperor. So if you guys feel like you can't control your emotions, or you have a lot of emotional ups and downs right now that you wish you didn't have, that's going to be shifting. And I see you being a lot more grounded. I see you being a lot more secure and confident within yourself, and moving mountains. I see you guys shifting things with your desire, action, and will. You will need to have plenty of me time to recharge, though. I feel like for a while you may have felt like life was dull and colorless, but that is shifting now. You guys there has been something that has awakened within you guys spiritually, or just on some deep level recently. And so what has been awakened within you, for some of you, there was a breakup in your routine. It's almost like you were in this routine, you were just going with the flow, but just kind of like on autopilot a little bit. And so there have been some things that kind of shook up your routine, took you out of your comfort zone, out of your normalcy place, and is bringing in fresh new energy. And that may be what's making you feel a little bit unconfident or unsure or insecure, because it almost feels like you're a little bit nervous, because it may be like new waters you're treading. It may be just getting out of your comfort zone can be a little bit nerve-wracking sometimes. So that could be where the insecurity can come from, being unsure of certain outcomes, especially after being in the same routine for so long for some of you. But what I'm seeing is that the divine is wanting you to know that everything that's occurring is orchestrated for your highest good. There's some stagnant energy in your life and even within yourself and within your thought patterns that need to be cleared out. So everything that's happening is to clear out any old belief systems, any old structures of life that you have built that no longer work for you. So that which no longer serves you within yourself, thought patterns, behavioral patterns, and even emotional patterns, because we could have some unhealthy emotional patterns we visit often if we don't check ourselves. So this whole huge shift that's going on for you right now, it may feel like life is changing, things are changing, is for your highest good. So do not fear. Everything that's happening right now is for your highest good. It's an initiation by fire. So that which no longer serves you, whether it's internally or externally, must be burnt away by the spiritual fire. So transmuted, in other words, in order for this lack of confidence to fade away, in order for any emotional upsets within yourself to fade away and to be resolved and healed, in order for you to be secure within yourself and secure within your decisions, secure within trusting yourself, and again, being brave enough to shine your light. And here we do have the shine card. I see you guys are going to be very, very much the center of attention very soon, and that doesn't have to be a bad thing. A lot of people are like, oh my gosh, you want attention, you want so much attention, and it's so bad because look at that person, they just want attention. Yes, people want attention, and that's okay. It's natural for people to want to be perceived. It's natural for people to want to be seen. And so I do feel like you guys are going to be in the limelight, whether it's, within your friend group, whether it's on social media, whether it's literally being like on camera, whether it's fame or whether it's just in your immediate circle of friends. I just see you shining. I see people being gravitated to you. I just see you being that light that can show others that there's hope. There is hope in the world. Like, we can be happy. You can be happy. And the thing is, you're learning that lesson now. You're learning the lesson that you can choose happiness now. And some of you may not feel that you have chosen happiness yet, but you will inevitably choose it. I see it here. You're going to shine bright. And I am seeing a lot of success financially as well, especially if you're working for yourself. The only thing I am seeing is make sure you have enough downtime and don't burn out, because you're going to have so much energy. I see you having so much determination, will, strength, confidence, stability, feeling grounded, but also inspired and emotionally balanced. And you're going to have so much inspiration, and you're going to want to do it all. Do not burn yourself out. That's the only thing. Because when you burn yourself out, that light dims. You must take care of the light by nourishing yourself spiritually, physically, mentally, emotionally, doing what's right for you in order for this light to keep on shining. I feel like there's going to be good news for some of you in regards to finances or business or career. I'm feeling that some of you guys may have been in some sort of depression or funk for a while, and things are changing now or will be very soon to shake your life up, to get you out of that stagnant energy. I see you guys socializing a lot more and hanging out with more friends. And if you're trying to expand your spiritual abilities, I see that happening quite rapidly, as long as you trust yourself. It's all about the confidence. As long as you're confident in the information you're getting, then it's almost like you allow for more information to come in and your abilities to expand even more quickly. Some of you may be picking up new hobbies that may bring in a new revenue of income that you weren't expecting. Some of you, maybe you are expecting it. I feel like you may have new friends coming in or old friends coming back. Whatever the case is, I feel like there was not a lot of socialization in the past for most of you. Some of you maybe, but for most of you, no. And it's almost like people are going to be gravitated towards you because you guys are going to be magnetic. You're going to be such a bright light that people are going to just be drawn to you. They're going to want to hang out with you. Make sure, though, you do create healthy boundaries because, again, I really feel like it's going to be really easy for you to burn out because you're going to have so much drive and so much energy and you're going to want to use it all. Save some for yourself, okay? Save some energy for yourself. Save some time for yourself, okay? So that's really all I see here. So the blocks I see that will be lifting are the throat chakra and the heart chakra. Communicating yourself will be a lot easier here. And I feel like some of you may have felt rejected in the past or felt like a loner or felt like you didn't fit in. That's going to be changing. You're going to realize that you fit in a lot more than you ever thought you could. The more you accept yourself, the more others accept you too. All right, so that's your pick a card. If you would like to book a personal reading, you can do so at www.theenchantedone.com. Have an enchanted day. So those of you that chose option number 2, the blue calcite crystal goddess pendants, let's see what your message is. So this deck is the Enchanted Oracle deck, and this is my deck that I created and published. It will be back on my shop shortly once I get to posting everything on there. All right, so let's see your cards. Okay. Wow, you have remove the mask. You have third eye chakra. Number 8, justice. Take the time to review the details carefully. You will win in the end. Fair and objective decisions. A lot of purple here. A lot of purple. And then you have Princess of Summer. Gentle, sensitive, kind, and experienced. A new relationship or emotional experience. Invitations to social events. A compassionate friend you can share your concerns with. And I'm just going to put, this is a pendant that I was wearing, and I'm going to put it here. Another one I made. And then you have the 5 of water, spilling. Essentially the 5 of cups. And the 2 of fire, convergence. Your last card is Paradigm Shift. Number 4. Oh my gosh, I love this card. This girl kind of looks like, what's her name? Ellie Goulding to me. One of my favorite singers. First thing first, I feel like you guys have been through so much. You guys have been backstabbed. You guys have been hurt very badly emotionally in the past. You guys, I have to say it, I really feel like you guys are becoming diamonds. You were put under so much pressure, so you went through so much that you're transforming drastically and radically because of everything you've gone through. Because of everything you have gone through, you are skyrocketing so high, and it's because you deserve it. You, no matter how bad people hurt you, you chose to be true to your heart. You wished no harm on anyone else. For most of you, I really feel like this aided you in your spiritual transformation and awakening, and especially with your abilities. Your spiritual abilities are awakening on a further level now because of everything you've gone through. You've grown so much, and you've earned these gifts waking up. You've earned the reawakening of these spiritual gifts, because these are gifts that I feel like you've had for many lives, in your past lives. But I feel that now is a time that you are about to awaken all of your gifts. This is a very powerful time for you, a very powerful lifetime for you. But you had to go through a lot. I am also hearing spiritual justice shall be served, because you stayed on your path. You may have felt like you were going backwards and forth and sideways, but you always realigned. You always shifted back. You always chose to raise your vibration and release that which no longer serves you. You continue to do the work. You guys pushed through the muddy water. Because of that, you have many blessings. I'm hearing recognition. You have a lot of recognition coming in for you. A lot of blessings, abundance, spiritual opportunities. And I feel like the spiritual opportunities is just in regards to your abilities. It's up to you how far you want these abilities to open. But the opportunities will be there. Spiritual justice is here. And one of the things that you are going to be obtaining is clarity. Clarity, not just in the physical sense, in the physical dimension, but also clarity spiritually, piercing beyond the veils. And the reason why I say veils is because I have had this revelation recently. There is not just one spiritual veil. There is an infinite amount of reality systems, an infinite amount of dimensions. And just as there are an infinite amount of these dimensions and experiences and timelines, there are an infinite amount of veils. We pierce through veil after veil after veil, layer after layer after layer, and it's never ending. It's an everlasting spiritual adventure of growth, evolution. And the more we evolve, the more we embody who we truly are, which is at the core a loving, beautiful being. So you guys are leaving the darkness behind. You're going through a paradigm shift. You have been stripped naked. You have been stripped raw. And now that you have been stripped of what no longer serves you, you're now ready to ascend to the next level of experiencing this reality system. You're now ready to enter this door here, this spiritual door, which is a gateway. It's a door to an alternate, more compatible, higher vibrational paradigm. I do feel compelled to read the convergence card. Unfocused energy becomes clear and polarized. You feel you now have a strong direction. You're making changes spiritually, emotionally, intellectually, and physically. While you may go through various struggles, your courage in starting an enterprise will eventually pay off. Maintain your internal sense of balance as you begin your new activities. Yeah. You guys have become a lot stronger through your experiences. For a lot of you, I feel like you've gone through a lot of emotional turbulence, whether it's through romantic experiences or friendships that, ended up stabbing you in the back. Whatever the case is, you maintain your gentle spirits, your sensitive soul. Even though people were unkind to you, you were still this kind person. And even though it says inexperienced here, I feel like what you went through gave you the experience you needed to evolve. I feel like you used to be the princess of summer, but you've already gone to the next level. You are the queen of summer, queen or king, whatever gender, it doesn't matter. But you've evolved since then. You're shifting. And I do feel like I need to pull one more of these. Oh, 9 of Summer. Wishes come true. Dreams fulfilled. A magical time of life. This is the door you're entering. This is the portal you're entering. The 9 of Summer. And look, it's another summer card. Your wishes are going to be granted on the other side of this shift. You guys are going through this shift now. And look, on the bottom, number 21, the world. a brilliant success, the freedom to go in any direction, a journey that is now complete. Yeah, the lessons you had to learn in the past are over. They're coming to a completion now anyways. So any sorrows you had, I feel you're going to be experiencing a rapid healing. You're going to be attracting in a lot of soul family and soul mates. I feel like you're going to have a lot of people around you that are going to want to offer you something emotionally, whether it's a friendship or a relationship or a promotion, whatever the case is. I feel like people are going to you're now going to be attracting and also able to recognize when you can trust someone, or when someone is actually authentically your friend or interested in you and your well-being. And when they're not, you now have the clarity, you now have the clear seeing, the clear sight to see who's a friend or foe. Powerful shift you're going through. You're going from this dull energy, this energy of just being so hurt and repressing those hurt emotions, to everything you've been going through, which is a healing process, transformative process, to this convergence process, this paradigm shift. And it's bringing new color to your life. It's bringing new energy to you, new love, new joy, new happiness, and wishes coming true. Don't forget, you have this on the bottom of the deck here, the Nine of Summer. Wishes come true. Okay? I feel like this is a little similar to number 1, so you may need to watch number 1 as well. But I do feel also that you guys are going to be getting a lot of new offers. Again, I do feel a lot of luck is going to be on your side. A lot of new offers. If you're already in a relationship, then that's going to level up. If it's a healthy relationship. If it's a toxic relationship, it's going to fade out. Anything toxic here, it's going to be fading out of your reality, because you are raising your vibration to that of a more love-filled energy. So that's what you will attract. Anything that's not of that energy can stay for a bit, but then it has to go. It's going to fade out because it's not a match. You're going to have a lot of luck. A lot of people are going to want to be around you, either relationship wise, like you're gonna have opportunities, or you're gonna have business opportunities, friendship opportunities, whatever the case is. I just see a lot of luck. It's almost like I see you sprinkling fairy dust all over the place, just by shining bright. It's like you're gonna leave like little fairy dust everywhere. and just, I don't know, I just see you having a lot more magic. Your perception's going to be open to a lot more magic and synchronicities as well. Okay, so this is a fantastic spread. You guys have been hurt a lot and betrayed a lot, but that's going to come to an end. That's coming to an end. You guys have transformed drastically, so you have a lot of things coming in for you, a lot of miracles, a lot of blessings, a lot of joy. I really feel overwhelming amounts of joy. Like, look at these 2 cups here that remain. They are overflowing with joy. These 3 cups that spilled, this one was empty almost. These 2, like, this had lower frequency energy. That which no longer served you is what spilled. That what remained is what you wanted. What is for you will always be for you. Do not fear that. Okay? So that's your pick a card reading. If you would like to book a personal reading, you can do so at www.theenchantedone.com. You guys have an enchanted day. Those of you that chose the Mookaite Crystal Goddess number 3, let's see what your message is. This is the Enchanted Oracle deck, by the way, that I published. This is the Fairy Tarot deck. Oops. And this is the Tarot of the Spirit. And this is the Lightworkers Oracle. One of my favorite Oracle decks of all time. Oops. Okay, so you see this one already. Spiritual Service, number 21. Wow. Holy moly. You have the Root Chakra card. And Journey to the Sun. Wow, already really positive energy. And then you've got 5 of Winter. Walk away from dishonest associations, realizing that what you thought you wanted isn't the best choice for your happiness. Something that's not worth the effort. Okay, 5 of Winter. And then 7 of Autumn. Have patience and don't worry. Take time to rest and plan your next steps. A prudent investment of time or money. This is the 7 of Pentacles. This is the 5 of Swords. Wow. Okay, this is a very abundant stack here. Even though you may not feel that way right now. 1 of Earth, form. And then you have 6 of Earth, beauty. So one thing that I'm seeing is that for a long time, you guys may have felt ungrounded and may have felt like your efforts were not making an impact in the physical world. And a lot of it had to do with you investing your time and energy in the wrong areas, whether it was the wrong people, the wrong career options, the wrong business options, whatever the case is. It's almost like you dedicated a lot of time in a specific area that didn't feel like it was growing. And it's because you were dedicating your time in the wrong places, people, things, situations. Especially career-wise. I feel like for some of you, this is just for some of you, career-wise, you invested your time in a specific situation that you didn't feel nourished. You didn't feel like you were thriving, especially if you were working for someone else, or this could be you right now. You could be in a situation where you're working for someone else. You don't feel happy, yet you're still there for the finances, perhaps, for the financial support. But I feel like you guys are called to do something that's going to have an impact on people, on giving people a direction, on giving people hope. For some of you, it could be a spiritual counselor or some sort of spiritual service, literally. But for others of you, it may not be specifically spiritual. I feel like for some of you, it could be like something in regards to maybe the internet or something that's just going to help people. Just help people. I just feel like you guys are going to be of service somehow for others, primarily spiritually, but some of you, it's not spiritual, I feel. So I feel like you guys had to learn the hard way what you need to prioritize in your life and who you need to prioritize in your life. You had to learn the hard way that you have got to water where you want the grass to grow, and you can't water everywhere because you only have a certain amount of water. So you need to prioritize where you're watering and make sure that it's what you want, what actually serves you, because I feel like for a long time, you guys just wasted a lot of energy and focusing on the wrong things, people, places, situations, and you were conflicted with it. I feel like there were a lot of people around you that liked to argue or just had lower vibrational energy. It's like this energy of petty arguments, of petty drama that they brought into your life. And so you're now realizing that you don't want that energy. And so you're reinvesting that energy into a better area. I feel like right now you have this realization of what you want to do, but you're kind of like taking it slow and easy, and that's the right thing to do. Take it slow and easy, because the opportunity, it's almost like the time to take the action will come very soon, actually, within the next month. So like within the next week, within the next month, something like that. I feel like pretty soon there's going to be a new opportunity for you to strike when the iron is hot. There's going to be an opportunity for some of you guys, a new career opportunity, a new financial opportunity. For others of you, it's a new opportunity to start to invest in a specific area, maybe a relationship that's going to be long term, that's going to grow steadily. Whatever the case is, you're going to end up at the sun energy. You're on the journey to the sun. You will end up at the sun, which is, bliss, success. I see financial success here as your outcome. I see emotional success, emotional fulfillment. I see a lot of I don't know. I feel like you guys are building a solid structure, or will be building a solid foundation for yourself in your life if you don't have one already. I really feel like your roots are going to be pretty well grounded. And it's because you learned from the past. You learned from your mistakes. And I do want to read Journey to the Sun for you. And it says, congratulations, you have arrived to the sun. You've been on a journey to the sun for quite some time now. By now, you have realized, or are realizing, that the sun is and always has been a place of wonder, extreme joy, and blissful peace within you. For a long time, you have chased the sun, thinking it was something external to you. You searched for emotional fulfillment in other people, things, and or experiences. Though you may have found temporary satisfaction, true fulfillment evaded you. You have at times felt so empty and lost. Now you're realizing that emotional fulfillment starts within you. Tap into that space within that is safe, peaceful, and presence. Start by being here now. That's when the real fun in the sun begins. So you guys are learning to find your balance here. You guys are learning to find your balance in all things, in emotional and in the physical world. You know, maintaining a good balance between home and work is important. Between work and play is important. And some of you may still feel like you don't have that balance just yet. You may feel like you work too much and you need more play. Or vice versa, perhaps. But mainly I'm feeling some of you may be working too much. But you guys will, I do see your outcome being quite positive and quite successful, especially financially. A lot of success, and mainly because you're going to be cutting out that which no longer serves you, especially people that don't serve you. And again, just I see you focusing in the direction that you know you need to be focusing on in order to achieve your goals, in order to have that emotional fulfillment. You guys are also learning the lesson that right here, right now, is where you experience the happiest moment ever. You can have memories of happiness, but those have already happened. But you've never, right now, right here, right now is where you can experience your most happiest moments right now. Okay? So you guys are learning to get out of your head, I feel. You're learning to get out of your head. Okay, get out of those negative thought patterns, shift out of them. Okay, but yeah, I mean, I feel like you guys are gonna be fine. You may still be in the middle of, you know, changing from negative thought patterns to positive thought patterns, and you may still, I feel, be in the middle of entering this more balanced energy, but you will be fruitful. You will be fruitful. Okay. All right, so, and in case you haven't done so yet, make sure you do cut out any lower frequency, petty energy from your life, okay? That is your quick pick a card reading. If you would like to book a personal reading, you can do so at www.theenchantedone.com. You guys have an enchanted day. Those of you that chose the Rose Quartz Dragonfly Crystal Goddess, let's see what your messages. Oh, well, there's the first one. Colorful Life. Number 1 got that card right in that same spot. And this is the Enchanted Oracle deck that I did create and publish. Oh, there's your second card. Wow, Stay Wild, Moonchild. This is the Fairy Tarot deck. You have the Four of Summer. Being distracted and failing to see a magical opportunity. Taking someone or something for granted. Discontent with life. And then you have Nine of Summer. Wishes come true. Dreams fulfilled. A magical time of life. I think number 2 had this one pop out at the end. What a drastic shift here. So you guys are perhaps going through a drastic shift right now. And again, I feel like that's been a similar theme for the group so far. But I mean, we're all experiencing a similar energy collectively. So I'm not surprised. But let's see more specifically what shift you're going through. Oh, okay, you guys have a few extra cards here. You have the Karma card. You have the Eight of Wind, Power Shield. Also the Eight of Swords. Wow, and then you have the Five of Wind, Fear, and this is the Five of Swords, which I think came out for the last group. Not this card from this deck, but the last group I think also had the Five of Swords. Okay, you guys are definitely leaving some lower vibrational energies. A lot of it I feel like is just fearful based thinking within your own self that was attracting it's almost like, you know, we are our own self-fulfilling prophets. So when you expect the worst, when you think the worst, that's what you bring about. And that's all you can perceive. You're ready for it. So, you know, your mind's looking for the negatives in life. So that's what you see. I feel like you guys are leaving that energy. You're definitely leaving that energy because you have the Nine of Summer here. You have this card here and this card here. So I do feel that this energy was quite overwhelming and you may still be working through it. I really feel that. Wow. Okay, this makes so much sense. You have number 7, unplug from mass consciousness. You guys are definitely unplugging from the Matrix. You're definitely leaving the sheeple mind behind, and you may feel like you already have left the sheeple mind behind, but I feel like you're like, yeah, you're leaving behind the fear-based paradigm and reality system that we have been you know, programmed with from childhood and through the system. We went through the machine, and so you're waking up now, and you are releasing that old way of experiencing life. You're releasing that old paradigm, that old story you told yourself about yourself. I feel like you guys, this group, you had a very negative perception of yourself for the longest time. You could have been surrounded by people that saw the worst in you and kind of like, you know, reaffirmed that those negative beliefs within you. But I feel like you have been through a lot. I feel like for some of you, you guys have had a lot of self-sabotaging tendencies, or again, it's just that energy of, you know, having so much fear, such a fear-based perception that, or negative-based perception, pessimism, that kind of drove you towards a lower vibrational experience in life to the point where it kind of like forced you to want to change. So this group, you guys chose consciously to change because of how much you've experienced, how much pain, how much sorrow, how much fear, anxiety, and some of you depression. You guys chose consciously to change and to wake up. And you guys are going back to who you really are. Because I feel like for a lot of you, it's almost like you were, or for a long time have been this person that isn't who you really are. But it's kind of what you thought society and other people expected of you. You kind of thought like that's how you had to be the, you know, the right way to be. But there's no right or wrong way. It's just, the only right way is just being authentic and true to you. And I feel like you're going to be coming back to who you really are. You guys are going to release the mask of who you think you need to show up as. And you're just going to be who you really are. And you're going to be okay with that. And the more you allow yourself to express yourself as who you really are, the more you feel fulfilled. I feel like for a long time, you didn't understand why you felt unfulfilled emotionally and why things just never seemed to work out for you long term. But it's because you attracted people that were attracted to this person you were putting out. This person, this mask you were wearing was attracting other people that liked that persona, as opposed to who you really are. And so whenever they got a glimpse of who you really were, they ran, you know, they ran for the hills. And so it, again, reaffirmed that it reaffirmed your negative beliefs about yourself. But you guys have started to shift that, or at least you will be soon. If you haven't already started, then you will be soon. And you'll be you're going to have a lot more fun in your life, I feel. And you're going to just, again, get out of your head. I feel like one of the groups had that similar message where you're going to need to get out of your head more to experience more joy and contentment in life and be more present and not care so much about what mainstream says about you, what anyone says about you, because you're going to be accepting of yourself. You're going to return to your natural being. You're going to shine that light of who you really truly are, and because of that, your wishes will come true. Once you are true to yourself, and once you accept yourself fully and love yourself regardless on if anyone loves you or not, that's when your light's going to turn on, and that's when the universe is going to say, okay, they're ready. Let's bless them with miracles and abundance and blessings. I'm also feeling like if you are surrounded by people that don't accept you still, because you're kind of like in between, in this in-between place. If there are still people around you that don't accept you, that judge you, that criticize you, literally don't pay attention to them. Don't surround yourself with them, first of all, if you can help it. But if you can't help it and they just happen to be where you are, literally do not pay attention to them. Don't look at them. Don't care what they're thinking. Detach from their thought stream, because we are unaware. Most of us are unaware that we can, we telepathically are communicating. And so when someone's thinking negatively about us, we get that information, and it's on a subconscious level usually for most of us. And you're being asked to detach, cut those cords, guys. This group seriously needs to cut cords. Okay. But things are going to start looking up for you. I feel like before you were on the bottom end of this karma card. You were on the bottom here where you were getting hurt, You're being, look at that, it's sharp down there. But the more you raise your vibration and focus on, the things you like about yourself, the more you accept yourself, the more you climb that spiritual ladder, the more you raise your vibration and the more you're present here and now, and focusing on, blessings and abundance, the more you're on the upside of this karma card where it's beautiful and the sun is here and miracles can manifest. You're flying high over here. So you're going from being on the bottom here to this dark, scary place to you're going up to this beautiful reality of love. What a drastic shift, guys. Drastic shift. And the way that you're doing it is the right way. You're looking within. You have number 7 here. Number 7 is the number of looking within. Looking deep within. Okay? All right. That is your pick a card reading. If you would like to book a personal reading, you can do so at www.theenchantedone.com. You guys have an enchanted day. Those that chose this Mookaite crystal goddess pendant, this is your reading. Let's go ahead and see what cards you guys have. Let's start off with the Enchanted Oracle deck that I did create and publish. You have the throat chakra. I believe number 1 or number 2 had that card. And then the root chakra, which I think I don't know if it was like number 3 or 4 had that one. So a lot of similar energies here. And then you have the moon, number 18. Powerful intuitive epiphanies, letting go of worry and fear, understanding the truth of a situation. Okay, also number 9. This is an intense energy. Wow, holy mother of pearl. You have the star, number 17. Look to the future with hope and optimism. The power of faith to move mountains. Happy changes that bring relief from challenging times. Holy moly. I'm hearing like second breath, second wind. Like some of you guys had lost faith. And some of you guys lost faith. Why am I pulling another one? Oh wow, look on the bottom of the deck, the King of Summer. Honorable, devoted, mature, warm-hearted, a romantic partner you can trust, excellent advice that comes from the heart, getting involved in a cultural or creative endeavor. So for some of you, this pertains to an individual that could be a water sign, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, or have water in their chart, but that the signs don't always resonate because we can embody all of the cards, right? So For some of you, this could have to do with a specific person you lost hope in, or a connection, a relationship you lost faith in. I feel like there's going to be a reconciliation for some of you, or like a second wind coming through here, where it's going to like, that hope's going to come back, and not just hope, but like that fulfillment of a promise that was made that will be fulfilled. That's just for a specific some of you, and it could be a Pisces specifically with the moon here, or even a Scorpio. Again, I'm feeling a lot of water energy, so it doesn't have to be though. Just keep that in mind. So specifically for some of you, there's going to be a reawakening emotionally in a connection, whether it's friendship, whether it's a partnership with business, or whether it's romantically. Whatever the case is, it could even be a family member. I just feel like there's going to be like a rebirth, a reawakening. I'm feeling Ace of Cup energy, like a deepening, a strengthening of your emotional connection. Oh, okay. You guys have some extra cards here. Wow. And on the bottom, the sun. I haven't really been looking at the bottom of any of these decks for the other stacks, but I really feel compelled to for you guys. So this is funny. I want to keep this out here just because that is a great card to have. Let's see what else you have here. Holy smokes. Okay. Okay. You have the Seven of Water, Insight. You have the Chariot. You have the One of Wind, Dawn, which is also the Ace of Wind. I was picking up Ace energy for you, so that's interesting. Oh, and by the way, this is a Fairy Tarot deck. This is the Spirits of... Tarot of Spirits. Tarot of the Spirit. And then this is the Lightworkers Oracle deck. You have number 37, the Heart Transmission. Oh my goodness. Wow. And I feel right away, you guys have a lot of protection, heavy guidance and heavy protection around you. A lot of love, loving guides. You guys have very, very high vibrational guides around you, in case you were not aware, that are leading you to this sun energy, to this Ace of Swords energy, to victory. I see you guys headed towards victory. You had a lot of bumps in the road though in the past, a lot, especially with expressing and accepting yourself fully. It's almost like you guys are very high vibrational, and because of that, you didn't fit in. A lot of you guys, and because you didn't fit in, it made you feel, maybe for some of you, you developed anxiety or just a lot of fear around socializing, and just feeling like, rejected for some of you. But you have come, or will come, to accept yourself and love yourself, and that's going to be your liberation. Where you were confused, you were really confused in the past, and you may still be now, you will never be confused again. Because you have the Ace of Wands, but you also have the Insights card. So a lot of clarity coming in here, which is going to give you the strength to move forward. The courage and confidence will be yours to move forward. And it's because I feel like you guys have balanced your inner dark and inner light and attributes. And because of that, you now know yourself and love yourself and accept yourself and have the strength again, like I'm saying, to move forward. And opening your heart again, because I feel like there was a time where you lost hope, you lost faith, you felt like you lost your sense of direction, and you closed off your heart for a lot of you. But this is a reawakening of the heart, and because of that, through the reawakening of the heart, you are going to have the sun energy, which is experiencing bliss, heaven on earth, paradise on earth, which is attainable in the now, by choosing to see that and to accept yourself and love yourself in the now, and really enjoying your own company. Wow, I feel like you are going to fall in such a deep love with yourself, and it's not like a conceited or narcissistic type of love. It's a true, genuine love with yourself. And this is the thing, in order for all of your relationships to thrive, you have got to have a strong relationship with yourself, with source, in order for all other relationships to thrive, because all other relationships are merely a reflection of the relationship you have with yourself. Okay. And so I see that you guys are wow. You guys are going to be so in love with yourself, so in love with life, and people are going to be attracted to you. This makes me think of, I think it was number 3. I'm not sure which group it was, actually. Number 2, that had this kind of a similar energy, kind of. So any fears and anxieties are going to be transformed and transmuted into hope and faith and optimism. And I just see you guys shining so bright and following your inner light. I do want to read this one for you guys. And you know, I only read when I feel compelled to. Wow, and I turned right to it. Number 37. The heart transmission. First of all, I do feel... It's funny because I feel like for the longest time, you guys ran from yourselves. And now that you finally stop and confront yourself, you realize you love yourself. Radical acceptance, radical transformation, radical healing, which is going to expand and awaken and open the heart chakra. Okay? Anyways, it says, your heart is capable not only of giving and receiving love, but of connecting you to a great network of beings that resonates in the highest frequencies of divine love. Through your heart, you can receive information and guidance from networks of light that fill our universe. As you learn to open your heart to receiving these transmissions, your ability to work with group consciousness in a loving way increases. You shall affect humanity in a loving way, influencing the collective rather than allowing the lower frequencies of the collective to overwhelm you. Yes, I'm telling you guys, I really feel that you guys in the past have been overwhelmed by lower frequency energies, which has caused you to, lose hope, lose faith, and feel like you aren't good enough. But the tables are turning, and now it's almost like, oh my gosh, you're the loving part of the collective is embracing you and has seen you and has heard you and is bringing you into the loving embrace. And it says, working with group energy is a leap on the natural path with risk, but also great reward in terms of empowerment to manifest your life mission. The risk with group energy is mitigated when you approach it from the heart rather than the head. The mind can argue one point of view and then immediately and convincingly argue its opposite. The heart, however, either feels something resonates or it doesn't. Whether or not there is a logical explanation for it, the mind can be seduced by those who tell you they have great spiritual power. But this will instantly trigger intuitive warning bells in your heart. For those with genuine power do not need to convince you of it. The heart is the key to deciding where you offer your devotion. When you offer devotion to the group consciousness that loves you unconditionally, your heart feels safe, loved, and an inner knowing of the rightness of that group for you, whether that group exists on the earthly plane or in the spiritual dimension. For as long as it gives you life, broadens your horizons, nourishes your truths, and empowers you to live your destiny, that group is serving you. If you do not experience these positive effects, if you feel drained, confused, or that your issues are not resolving as you work with this group, listen carefully to your heart and question whether it is indeed the right place for you to be. It is important to also work with groups that you can serve. Although you may love your family, for example, they may not be the group you can best serve. Perhaps those who are open, willing, and receptive to your spiritual gifts are outside your family. Perhaps your family can benefit spiritually from you in the role of mother or son or daughter, but not in the role of spiritual mentor. On the other hand, some groups may want to feed off you, but not learn to do for themselves. They may wish for you to give them the answers to their problems. They may not be willing to develop the trust, courage, confidence, and empowerment that is required to take responsibility for their own relationship with the universe. which is needed so they can grow in soul wisdom through their life experiences. Okay, so I'm not going to read the entire thing because there's a long passage. But essentially, it's just confirming what we're already picking up here. I really feel like for a long time, you guys experienced the dog eat dog paradigm, where, you know, there was a lot of conflict. There was a lot of, for some of you, even violence or just aggression, whether it's passive aggression or just aggression up front. I feel like you guys were surrounded by that type of energy, which suppressed you and made you not feel like you could be yourself. But again, I feel like now that you're learning to love and accept yourself fully and you have the clarity on who you are, you guys are shifting and going to be living more from the heart. And you're going to be trusting your intuition more, which is going to lead you to the sun. You're going to have the clarity to know which way to go, who to leave, who to invest time in and who not to. And you're going to just know what's going to be best for you and your path. And you're going to be able to trust that and listen to that now. Whereas in the past, it was confusing. You didn't understand a lot of things. You didn't have a clear direction. But now I feel like your guidance system is on point, okay? Which is, again, leading you to the sun. The sun, which is emotional fulfillment, success, heaven on earth, a loving reality experience, okay? So that is your pick a card reading. If you would like to book a personal reading, you can do so at www.theenchantedone.com. You guys have an enchanted day. All right, those of you that chose the blue Calcite Crystal Goddess pendant, I'm going to put that there. This first deck is the Enchanted Oracle deck that I did create and publish. First card, Look Within. Woo-hoo, okay. Second card, Heart Chakra. Look within your heart. Your heart has the answers, guys. Your intuition is guiding you. Listen to your intuition. Look within your heart of hearts to find the way, to find the truth. Look within for your strength, for your truth as well. For further guidance on your path. Wow. Then you have the Six of Summer and the Eight of Autumn. The Six of Summer. Children or childhood, the return of people or romances from your past, remembering events differently in a better or worse light than how they really occurred. And then you have, again, the Eight of Autumn. Do more research before proceeding. Education in the form of seminars, going back to school, or apprenticeships. Excellent craftsmanship and long-term projects. Okay. This is the Fairy or Tarot deck, and this is the Tarot of the Spirit. Six of Fire, Glory. Okay. You guys have some positive energy here. Victory, success. Nine of Wind, the Screen. Okay, but you do still have some fears that you're working through. Some of you may be struggling with insomnia or even nightmares. And it could even be like daydream nightmares, like just having negative thoughts creep in on you uncontrollably for some of you. And then you have 15, Grounding. And this is the Light Workers Oracle. My favorite Oracle deck. Besides mine, of course. Okay. So, first of all, slow and steady wins the race. Slow and steady wins the race. Make sure that you're really evaluating your thought patterns here. Make sure you first off are grounded, okay? Make sure you're grounded. Because when you ground yourself, you're going to open up a new door, a new opportunity for change. And this change will be positive, because this change will be a catalyst for you to leave the 9 of wind energy, which is this fear-based mentality and uncontrollable thoughts. I feel like for a lot of you, it's uncontrollable, lower vibrational thoughts. And it's because I feel like when these lower vibrational thoughts pop up, you are so not wanting to think these things or see these things in your imagination, that you check out. You mentally check out. You're like, nope, not my thought. and so the thought takes over and you just check out. But the thing is, you need to ground yourself so that you are present at all times. And the more present you are, the more you have control of your thoughts, the more you have control of your state of being, and the more victorious and confident you will be. It starts with grounding yourself, and that's easily done through meditation. And again, slow and steady wins the race. So I'm feeling like you need to slow down, slow your thinking. Don't be in 5 million places at once in your head. You need to slow down and be here, be now, be present. Especially before you make any sort of decisions. I feel like some of you will have some major decisions to make, and you will make the right one if you are taking your time. Don't give it an immediate answer. Take your time, slow down, and check in with your heart, and you'll know which way to head in. You'll know what resonates with you, okay? For some of you, there's going to be somebody from the past coming in that triggered some sort of lower vibrational thoughts within you, and just triggered, maybe they have this lower vibrational energy, maybe they're doing it on purpose, whatever the case is. It's almost like I feel like someone from the past is going to be coming back in that will be triggering you. But as long as you're grounded and slowed down, make sure you're not like, like running around like a bat out of hell. Slow down and stay centered within your heart space, and check in with yourself regularly. And you will be victorious over anyone trying to knock you down, anyone trying to jab at you. I see as long as you take that advice, you will be victorious. For others of you, I feel like there's, again, some sort of major decisions in regards to finances or career or any major decisions, and they may not feel major. It may be like a lot of decisions that end up being major at the end of the day, or making a major change at the end of the day, but it may not be one major decision. It may be like a few different little decisions that accumulate, and that lead you in a different path. So make sure that you're making decisions wisely, and realize that every decision you make has an impact on your future, has an impact on your current connections. Some of you, if you have children around you, especially if they're yours, you're being asked to be more present with your children. They need more of your attention. They need more of you to be present, because you may be there, but some of you may be, again, aloof, checking out. You're being asked to be more present with your children if you have them. I know that can be triggering, but if you already are present, just, work on being more present. For some of you, I feel like if you're in a relationship, things are going to be reigniting, and I feel like illusions are going to be falling away, especially the more grounded you are, the more you focus on the here and the now and release the past perceptions you had of this person, whether it's romantically or whether it's a friendship, whether it's, a business partnership, whatever the case is, any connections you have, release the past perceptions you had of people and focus on who they are now, because we're always constantly changing, transforming, hopefully most of us for the better. So let go of the story you told yourself about people in the past, good or bad, and look at who they are now. Look at what they're doing now, and don't judge people for the past. Okay, look at who they are right in front of you, right here, right now. Because I feel like for some of you, some people have changed drastically, and you may not see that because you're so fixed upon who they used to be, which could have been a lower vibrational energy. Some of you need to learn more or sharpen your skills, or just learn something new in order to aid you in victory in some sort of financial or business or career matter. That's just for some of you. And if you feel like you're stuck on something, and anything in life, if you feel like something's like stuck, it's not moving, or you can't figure something out, walk away from it for a while. Be more present. Get out of your head, okay? One piece of advice, make sure that when you remember the past, you remember it, or make sure you don't live in the past, first of all. I feel like a lot of you guys really are living in the past, or living in the future. Fear and anxiety may be taking over if you're living in the future. If you're living in the past, I feel like you could be experiencing almost like a bit of a warped reality in the present, because your mind's in the past, so you're not really seeing what's happening in front of you as clearly, which I feel like if you're stuck in the past, you're actually like experiencing like a lower vibrational energy than what's really in front of you, which is interesting. I've never heard that one. Anyway, so that's your message here. Make sure you're grounded. I do see victory for you. Just make sure you release the past, your own past, but also other people's past. Release other people's past, stories of them, because a lot of people are not who they used to be, good or bad, whatever the case is. Pay attention to how people are now, again, and trust your heart. Your heart tells you the truth. Your heart knows when someone resonates with you and when they don't, when someone's lying or not. So look within, especially if you find that you're getting confused, or some of you may even like get headaches from all the thinking you do, overthinking, overanalyzing. Stop all the thinking, get out of your head, look within, but from a heart space, not from a mind space. Okay. All right, so that is your quick pick a card. If you would like to book a personal reading, you can do so at www.theenchantedone.com. You guys have an enchanted day.